They are already laughing at me um, for sticking up for myself and telling them to stop. Um, if that's me, then I don't agree to it. I don't agree to it. Okay. Um, then why won't you stand up for me and stop it? So who's to blame? Who is to blame if I don't want to do it? It's against my will, and I want help to stop it. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Um, so my friend Danielle, who is on the internet, she's on TikTok. She warned me maybe a week or two ago. I don't know. Maybe it was probably a week or two ago that she was feeling it, and we have felt this before. We have obviously gone through this before. She's closely related to Dina, just say. And so now it's happening to me. So it escalated to me, basically. And I can't believe the princess is ordering it to be stopped. You know, I'm trying to order it to be stopped. Um, right? So if it's me doing it, then I want it to be stopped. There you go. I said it. It's been my will since whatever, since whenever, since for whenever. It's been my will to stop it, and clearly, no one's listening to that part. The only person that's listening to it is, the one that clearly you're the victim. Okay, well, I want it to stop, right? Um, so anyway, so it happened, right? So the people that are talking about like what they're saying, hearing happening like a week or two before, and I'm like, I'm not sure. It does seem to be coming true. But the reason I'm not sure is because there's like so many lies and stuff going around, and clearly there is one will in the universe, and it's not Bernie Sanders and science. So if they push out science, if they agree to push out science, then mutations will form in humans and will become full on mutants. Whereas like I'm a mutant, but not like a fully embodied mutant. But if they push out science, if they agree that science isn't real, if they agree to stop talking about vaccines, and everything like that, when I'm the one power in the universe, Alyssa is the one power in the universe, that means the vaccines don't really work. Okay, it's just a lie that's fabricated to give you some sort of peace and well-being about a sickness going around. That's all it is. It's just manufacturing. It has no real power in it. It has no real. It has Alyssa consciousness in it, and that's the reason I got it last time. But it's fabricated. They're not saying this is Alyssa consciousness. Here, take this vaccine, are they? Um, no one in the third kind is standing up for me, and it's kind of influencing our energy. I don't think I took any notes last night, and I'm like, let me look at my notes. I didn't take any notes last night. Okay, so um, I think everyone is in shock this morning. Oh, I did take some notes. I saw a green line, like a green laser beam, go across the sky yesterday. My nose just changed when I said that to like Hayden and Brandon's nose. And that was the third kind. That was alerting the third kind. And then last night I woke up in the middle of the night, 3:43 a.m., and the sky was vibrant green. The whole sky was vibrant green, and I've never seen the sky vibrant green before. And then it was purple. Then it was very light, like light hot purple. Um, we did this last time. And I think my team was ordered to not speak and to just speak in telepathy because we know telepathy is real. To know that they're hearing it, know we're getting our point across, and that they're still not listening. So it's like all the evidence like an alien needs. And I was ordered to speak because I've never spoken before. And it's like, look, I'm saying this out loud. I'm the princess and I want to be put in my castle. I'm not a fucking teacher, okay? I'm not your guru. I'm freaking the princess, okay? I'm the princess and I deserve a goddamn fucking castle. And to say it to my heart's content on social media in the public so that I'm aware that I'm saying this out loud. People are hearing it, and literally no one is standing up for me and saying this princess deserves a castle. Put this princess in her castle. So it's like more evidence for me, like I'm not being supported in the third kind. I'm not being supported by the humans of the third kind. I feel sick. I didn't sleep that well last night after I woke up in the middle of the night. I couldn't get back to sleep for a really long time. And then I ended up sleeping till about noon. My dog was like really peaceful and patient about it. He can be so peaceful and patient when I need him to be. He's a really good dog. Um, yeah, so it was bright green and bright purple last night, and I haven't seen that yet. I've just seen orange, pink, dark purple, bright blue. Um, and I think last time it was green and purple as well. Green and purple as well. Telepathy, is it real? Is telepathy real? Is the princess allowed to be threatened? Is the princess allowed to be threatened in her own kingdom? Is the princess allowed to be talked out of her kingdom in her own kingdom? I was with Colin and Jen in different bodies last night, but it was definitely Colin and it was definitely Jen. So I feel disgusted. Oh, I might puke. I might puke. So after I woke up, my FYP was very scary, and I did talk about that, how that happened last time on Instagram. And my Instagram feed was extremely scary. It scared the bejesus out of me. I was already not sleeping. I think I was already having contact by that time. Contact with aliens, if you don't understand what I'm saying. And the demonic. And it was reflected in the third world. And my Instagram feed was terrifying. I told you about it. It was like all Joe Rogan, and he's posting all these horrible, scary videos of tigers and lions and stuff. It scared the crap out of me. Everything was scary. Literally everything was scary. I think that's when dating online all popped and it got super scary. Like everything got super scary, like all of a sudden. And I woke up last night like at 3:45, and if you don't believe in telepathy and you have something to say, you can say it to my face. And please don't scream in the princess's face if you have something to say. And yeah, so my FYP last night was really scary. It was all sharks. All these AI sharks in labs being like tested on, and AI sharks like playing with people and all these like weird things, but it was obviously real. It wasn't AI, it was obviously real. And there was like a dragon breathing fire, probably AI, but obviously real. A bunch of things like that where a bunch of like, oh, it was like all of this like scary people going crazy in public and doing like violent things, um and it was just a bunch of weird stuff. There was a lot of babies passing gas on my FYP, so it's fine to watch babies passing gas, but somebody gets arrested for sending a passing gas video to someone when she could just hit block. So that's interesting to me that you guys love watching babies pass gas on your FYP, but somebody gets arrested for doing the same thing when she could just block the person. That's weird. I don't know. I always found those baby passing gas videos really weird. Like, why do people post their, pushing gas out of their kids? Why do people post that? Um, and then I saw like a fake Chris Hemsworth live. There's like always those fakes lives that they like recorded their old lives and then they put them on a live and pretend it's a live video. But it is a live video because I'm talking to Chris via telepathy over the screen. And via telepathy, he was acting really weird. Chris Hemsworth was acting really weird to me. Because obviously it was like a weird night. So I was like, oh, it's my friend Chris. Let me spend time with him so he can calm me down. He always usually calms me down. He is usually my best friend. And he was not acting like that last night. He was acting scared, paranoid, jittery, anxious. He was, anyway, I'll tell you guys what he was saying. But he asked Hayden, and then he turned into Hayden for a second when he was calling Hayden on the phone, on the telepathy phone. He turned into Hayden for a second, and he's like, what's your wife doing here? And I said, Chris, I'm just hanging out with you, my friend. That's weird. I'm like, am I cheating on Hayden right now by hanging out with you via a phone on your live? And Hayden, he's like, well, I don't know. Just where's Hayden? Go get, aren't you busy? Shouldn't you be with Hayden right now? Shouldn't you be hanging out with Hayden right now? Why are you over here? And I was like, am I cheating, Chris? And he was like, and Hayden was like, just say what you're thinking, man. And Chris was like, okay, well, yeah, I think she's cheating. And then the video paused and said, my dad said, Chris, I'm going to take you offline if you keep lying. And then the video came back on and said, Hayden said, are we even married? Are Liz and I even married? And since we're not married in the third kind. And Chris Hemsworth was like, yes, I know you are married. I know you two are married, okay? I'm not crazy. I went to your wedding. I know you two are married. And then I was like, who am I talking to? Because we didn't get married in this world. But we wish to. And he said, I think I know my own nameless, okay? I think I know who I am, right? And then I scrolled off and he kept talking and he was like freaking out. And he was like, oh my God, Hayden, it's going to get so bad. Like, go get your wife, go get your wife, Hayden. And he was like freaking out. And he's like, wherever I am in Sydney or Melbourne. And he's like, I'm in the capital, Liz. I'm in the capital. I live in the capital. Okay. So, and then his like face started melting. I saw him like his face start melting. Sort of like glitching. And so that's Chris Hemsworth that lives in the castle. And he's like having a panic attack because he was at Alyssa and Hayden's dream wedding, but it wasn't our real wedding. And then they were telling him like, you're in a dream, man. You're in a dream. And he's like, what do you mean I'm in a dream? This is my real life. Like, what are you talking about? I'm in a dream. And he was like clearly having like a panic attack and like a state of shock about it. But Hayden ate that wedding. So Hayden went to that wedding. I went to that wedding and I did talk about it. I was in the audience. And it looked like Bucky and Annabelle where they were sitting at the Golden Globes, and it looked like I was in Bucky's seat, but it looked like I was Annabelle. Oh, that's not confusing. And it was Hayden and my wedding, but I was in the audience. I wasn't the bride, even though it was Hayden and Alyssa. And then everybody went crazy. And I did talk about that. And Hayden ate that wedding. And then I think I jumped into our SB house, and I was in the woman, but I didn't get to see the wedding. And then I was thinking about it when I was in the Capitol. The Capitol is in Antarctica, and it's there. It's just not been disclosed by the public, and you can't see it with your naked eye. And the Capitol is in Antarctica, the capital of the entire world. And I was remembering last year when I got that ring that I showed you, the heart ring that I found December 31st. I don't remember Googling that, and that's when I was on Major Space Codes. So I'm like, how was I looking for a ring when I was on Major Space Codes? I was in Antarctica then, in the capital, what they call the capital. And I was marrying Colin Farrell then. So, because I remember being with him after the wedding, and I remember being with him and my grandmom. And I was marrying Colin. I wasn't marrying Hayden. So I married Colin in the Antarctica capital. And Gigi and I know that's real, okay? Even if humans want to combat us, we know the aliens are real. We know that was real. So I'm married to Colin, technically. And then my dream last night, I was describing the nothing to Mike because I think the nothing's about to do his rounds since y'all aren't listening to me. And you know who the nothing is if you ever seen the Neverending Story. The nothing, I think his name's Marduk in it, or Gamork, or Moloch, something like that. So he's doing his rounds, and I was warning my little brother about it. But yeah, here we are again.